Hello and welcome back to another video by the eBay Made Easy team. Today I'm here with Dave and we're going to be chatting about our journey throughout dropshipping, our 9-10 month journey. We're going to start at the beginning and we're going to finish at the end and tell you how much we're making now and where we were at the start and the middle. So I'll pass over to Dave and you can get started. What happened at the beginning? Where did you start off? How did you get into it?
Okay, cool. So I started around April time of 2020. So obviously I didn't have a job at the time because of the lockdown, and unfortunately I missed out on the furlough scheme. So I was a bit strapped for cash, and I kind of did a bit of drop shipping at university. In terms of I used to drop ship from eBay to Depop. If you've heard of Depop, I used to do a bit of necklace drop shipping. Didn't realize what I was doing, and obviously I tried to replicate that back in April time. So how I started was I found swimming pools over lockdown because around April time it was getting warm and obviously lockdown, people spending a lot of time in the gardens to stay outside. So I started drop shipping swimming pools. Became successful basically. I started making around 30 to 40 pound a day, which is decent to say. It's maybe around £1,000 a month. And yeah, so after that I was just looking online and I came across Laptop Lifestyle. And I just kind of I watched the course, and I actually got invited to the group, the community, which is where you can automate your dropshipping. So this is using the software such as SaleFreaks, eSync, for example. Yeah, I mean, from around May, June time, I got in touch with Scott. Scott kind of set me up, and from there, I've never looked back. I'd say from June to around mid-July, I was doing well, maybe about 50, £60 a day. And then in mid-July, all of us on eBay got hit with an item location flag. Can you remember that, Scott?
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so literally that meant that what happened? What actually happened with that item
I
location
think
flag?
item location was the tracking that we were using. So the tracking that we were using was showing that it was coming from somewhere other than what we said it was going to be coming from. So say we had, so obviously in mine I live in Portsmouth, so my tracking said it was going to come from the Portsmouth area, and then eBay somehow figured out that they could look at the tracking that you uploaded and could see where it was coming from and reference that back to what was on your account. And if it didn't match up, they'd flag your accounts and drop your sales by about 90%.
Yeah, flagging your accounts, he means by that your visibility. So yeah, eBay introduced an item location policy. We actually used Blue Care Express, and because our items wasn't showing that it was being posted from ours, basically got flagged, and that obviously means visibility went straight down. So we were a bit screwed for about a week or two, and then we decided to move from the non-API solution to the API solution. With API connection, it means that you get flagged instantly, but we were already flagged anyway, so we didn't mind. And obviously with the API kind of method, you list loads and you run low margins, so that still means you drive sales. And yeah, from that, as soon as I moved to API, I've never looked back, and this is when I started building up to £100 a day, then £200 a day, then £300 a day, £400 a day, £500 a day. Is where I'm at right now. I run probably around. I've had a lot of accounts in the past. Don't get me wrong. I probably have three that have stayed throughout it all, really seasoned accounts, and they've lasted for a long time. And they're my three solid accounts, and I also have smaller accounts that run in the background also. Yeah, it's going really well. I work with mine and Scott's VAs. I've got a few other little side hustles going on from people I've met through dropshipping. So yeah, it's gone really good, to be fair, really good.
Well, I think I'll carry on that. So I started about a month before Dave, maybe 3 weeks, and I just got again. I was just looking online, looking for ways to make money. I was bored. Lockdown. We were in about the middle of lockdown at that point, and so I was just looking around, and then I thought I was always looking on YouTube for like little ways to make money and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, I wonder what will happen if I like refine the searches to like the last hour and see if I can get something that like not many people have seen. So I refined the YouTube searches to like the last hour, and I saw the laptop lifestyle upload on an Easy Sync video. And it had about like 5 views. I thought, God, this can't have much information in it, you know. So I clicked on it and I watched it anyway, and I was surprised with the amount of information that they were giving, and I was like instantly addicted. So I watched the rest of the playlist on their YouTube channel, and then got in touch with Jono using his phone number that was in the description. Obviously, I had to like do some little tests to get into the group, and then once I was in, that was it. I was absolutely hooked. I was already getting sales on EasySync at that point, doing like 30, 40 quid a day without gift card, you know, on on items that definitely shouldn't have been selling for that much, doing very well. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, were you running higher margins at that point?
I was running high. I was running like 18%.
Yeah,
Yeah, and on EasySync, and that was doing really well. And then EasySync started to have a few issues. I couldn't upload more. My accounts started getting flagged. There was lots of purchase issues. I didn't have a VA at that point, and it was really, really draining. So that's when Jono advised me to move over to SaleFreaks. So I moved over to SaleFreaks non-API from API EasySync, and that started going really well. Started getting sales and dropped my margins a little bit so it'd work a bit better. And so I started doing about 40, 60 quid a day without gift card. And then I was like,
quit his
right,
job.
yeah, quit my
Quit
job.
his job as well.
And then I was like, right, I need to get a VA because I'm spending all my time doing customer service um, and what are they called, purchase issues. And well, I didn't really need to get a VA, but I was spending like 3 hours a day doing it, and I didn't want to be spending that 3 hours a day doing it when I could do something else. We were in lockdown, I wanted to make the most of it. I was playing games, I was going out, so I wanted to get a VA just to cover that for me. So that's what we did. I got a VA and shared it with my old man Tim, and then not long after that, I got Dave on board as well. And the VA was absolutely great. Trained him myself, taught him everything I knew, and then he overtook me in knowledge and everything, and now he absolutely smashes it. We've got 3 VAs, and they all do really well. Anyway, but getting to 3 VAs, that was a building. So then we got gift card introduced, and then my profits started to skyrocket. So we started getting gift card at like 8%, and then I started to really build up my profits. In that time space, I started to get accounts shut down. Wasn't too bothered because I had new accounts coming in. Then I was doing really well. Got up to like 170 quid a day, probably going daily, and then boom, I got hit with MC011s, MC013s on about 7 different accounts. I had 3 accounts remaining. I had 10 accounts in total. So that was seven.
Beginning of August, this wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but that was like about beginning of August, something like that. And so that obviously wasn't good. Had three accounts left. I was stressing. I went from 180 quid a day, 170 quid a day, down to like 30 quid a day. Wasn't happy. So I smashed it, spent about £1,000, bought loads of accounts. And within like 3 days, I was back up to 200 quid a day. It was absolutely crazy. The turnaround was insane. I got to admit there was probably a little sprinkle of luck in there to get the accounts going that well, and then they were going really well. So I got about up to like
This
yeah
is when he became a master of stealth accounts.
yeah
This is when he started building his Jedi skills, basically.
yeah. So then I got up to over the next couple of months. I got up to about at one point I got to like 320, 350 quid a day. I was doing really well. I did that for about a week, and I was getting really excited. And then after that, I must have got investigated by eBay, and all my accounts got shut down. I had like 15 accounts. Every single one of them got shut down. And that wasn't too long ago. That was about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, from the date of this video, the 25th of November. And so that wasn't good. I was like, right, I've got no money coming in. Oh well, I've got a bit from the VA service. I've got a bit from selling accounts, but I've got no money coming in. So I'm a plumber, so I went to work and just got some cash rolling again. And with that cash, started buying a bit of Bitcoin so I could make some more stealth accounts and stuff like that. And then things started looking up a bit better. So now currently what I'm doing now is I'm creating stealth accounts. I'm waiting for managed payments to come in so I can roll them out on managed payments. I've got a couple of accounts going at the moment, which I'm just testing on, and things are really looking up. I'm selling accounts. I know the crack when it comes to stealth accounts. It works really well, and yeah, I've got the VA service, got the course, and things seem to be going well at the moment for me. So yeah, I've got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I mean, we've both been through hurdles, and a lot of people, and this is why it's good to be in the game for a long time. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes people might think, oh, so many people dropship, but as soon as one hurdle is thrown against a person, right, this isn't for everyone, me and Scott are different, they then stop, right, and they don't carry on, so they might get an MC011 on their personal account, and they'll be like, okay, I've done this for 2 months, fair enough, that's it. But with me and Scott, we've created accounts, we've bought accounts, and we've nurtured ourselves through the whole process, and we now know how to react to any situation that happens, don't we, Scott?
Yeah, it's completely it's crazy how many different paths we could have chosen. Like you said, when we got our first suspension, we could have just stopped. A lot of people do. They stop at their first suspension and they don't see a way through it. And that is not the way to do it. You've got to tackle it head on, or you're not going to get anywhere. Not only are you not going to get anywhere in dropshipping, but you're not going to get anywhere in life. If you give up at the first hurdle that life throws at you, then you're going to fail. Okay, you got to give it 100% of your attention, and that's why we've managed to get over so many things. We got over the initial item location. We got over all of our accounts being shut down. We then got over well, API flags were never really an issue, but we got over it anyway. Managed
Yeah.
payments, we've got over it. You know what I mean? What's the next thing eBay are going to throw at us? It doesn't matter because we're going to get over it anyway, and it's not going to take us
Yeah.
long. So
And the thing is, as well, a lot of people, they go and start the journey and they're not in a community, so they'll do it, they'll watch a few videos, and they buy themselves basically, right? And if they're hit with a problem, they don't have anyone to discuss it with, they don't have anyone to confer with and say, look, what's happening? So they throw the towel in basically. We have a community. We're in about 3-4 different chats full of people who've been dropshipping, maybe from all different skill levels. So for people, I know a guy who's been dropshipping for 11 years. I speak to him on the regular, a guy in America. And then I also know people who me and Scott have introduced to dropshipping who've been doing it for less than 2 weeks currently. And it's all about your network as well. Because when you hit problems, we know how to combat them. Don't get me wrong, we've been out there and we've been searching on ourselves, but the majority of the time, a lot of it is from people you speak. It's all about, in life, it's all about who you know. It's not what it is, I guess, about what you know, but a lot of it is about who you know. And that is how you can strive forward and carry on with these problems, because people who've been through the shit that we've been through basically can then help you, and it just makes life a lot easier.
yeah, completely agree with that. Your network is your net worth, as someone, a lot of people have said, but it's completely true. And the groups that we have, the Discord, the WhatsApp, they're so helpful when it comes to everything. And I mean, a lot. To be fair, we're giving a lot of the input, but a lot of people are benefiting. And when they benefit, they then learn new stuff and relay it back to us. So you know, what I mean, it swings and roundabouts, and it always seems to work. So I mean, there we go. There's our life stories, Dave.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, like I said, quick run through. Started back in March, and as of currently now, I'm doing around £500 a day. I have about 8 accounts, 3 strong ones. Another thing as well is always have accounts building in the background. Always have accounts building in the background. Whether that's a VA that you've got creating stealth for you in the background, whether that's hybrids you're purchasing. Basically, you need to always have a backup. You can't. I know people, and fair enough, they are successful. They run massive API stores, and they only run one API store. So if these ever get closed down, they're screwed. What are they going to do? They've got what? They've got about 15, 20k a month coming in profit. But then that one account goes down. The majority of the people who do this do usually have side hustles and VA services, whatever. But I do know people who solely rely on that. And if that goes down, it's game over. So what you need to do, and it's so important, is always have something building in the background. Always have something building in the background.
So if you haven't already joined the Discord, the link is in the description, and we do have a course out. Link is also in the description. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the Laptop Lifestyle YouTube channel. The Discord, really important. Get yourself in there. We'll answer any questions that you have. It's a brilliant community, and it is definitely the right place to get started. So see you later.